Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program anywhere on the internet. You can go ahead and check. True story. And nobody spends as much time on their clients like I do. True story still. 2 to 3 times per week, I interact with all of my clients, regardless of the kind of package that you choose. All the information for me is below on my website. It's either audio exchange unlimited, Zoom sessions unlimited, or unlimited phone call deluxe package, which also includes unlimited emails and texts with me. Okay, so this depends on your personality, whatever resonates with you the most, your schedule, your lifestyle, etc., your personal needs. I truly encourage to spend 2 to 3 months minimum in my coaching in order for me to be able to cover my program with you in earnest, okay? Because I'm very thorough in my coaching. I start with your childhood. This is all important to me, to know your history, the way you grew up, your relationships with your parents, etc., all the way up until today. I really need to know the makeup of your mind in order to be able to help you create a permanent shift in your life, in your mind first, obviously, but thus in your life. Okay, and so my coaching is not unlike any other coaching because it's positioned itself to be the only coaching you will need, quite frankly. I am not one of these coaches who's doing these courses that doesn't interact with you. Okay, here's a course, go listen to it, hope everything works out. No. If you're in my coaching, I hold your hand throughout the entire process. Okay, your job is to show up willing to work, being open, honest, very important, humble, and take my advice to heart. I command respect in my coaching. You cannot rebuttal me, and you cannot be lazy. Okay, you need to show up with your assignments completed. And you're just going to have to trust me that within the 8 years that I've been coaching, I learned quite a bit. And I've been coaching all sorts of people, different personalities, but I do command respect. And I do ask that you listen to what I'm saying, that you pay attention. If you could have done this on your own, you would have already been doing this. So obviously you're coming into coaching because you can't do it on your own. And you need somebody to explain this to you, how it actually works. For the service that I offer, my fee is nowhere near. It's discounted on purpose for the YouTube people. I started coaching on YouTube a year ago. Outside YouTube, my fee is completely different. It's way higher, but it's also orchestrated differently, if you will. I would rather you spend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me minimum. Some people need more. It depends on its case by case. And do this in earnest. Do this the right way. One time and that's it, and not jump from one coach to another, provided I resonate with you. I understand. It's completely understandable that I need to resonate with you, and I understand that I'm not for everybody. My directness is not for everybody. Some people are just not prepared to hear the truth. And I'm very direct, very truthful in my coaching. And I do curse for emphasis, not to disrespect. And again, even my truth is not disrespectful. I would rather you get it once and for all and then move on to your happy go merry life. Okay, putting a band-aid on a huge wound, telling you what you want to hear, that is not my style, never has been, never will be. Okay, I'd rather really get to the bottom of it, get to the truth, so that momentarily you can experience discomfort, but ultimately you will never need another coach and you will understand exactly how to do it. Okay, and thank me later. I mean, there have been people that rebutted me in the beginning, and I've kind of gotten through to them because I really saw that I could make a change in their life, and thanked me later. Some people just wanted to rebuttal me, and I do not tolerate that. I will drop you out of my coaching. I will give you a warning, and then I will drop you out of my coaching because, listen, okay, my fee is non-refundable. So before signing up for my coaching, you better understand that you need to come respectful and ready to work. Otherwise, thank you for the money and hope you figure it out. Okay, so you really need to be on purpose about it. Now, the other thing, and look, you need to listen to this because it's every time I don't cover this, okay, or every time I haven't covered this, rather, and they listen to my old videos, people ask me the same questions. I need to cover this, and here's some more information that will be very useful to you. The private club on my YouTube, okay, is not to deprive anybody of anything. Okay, I've gotten some emails, okay? This is, if you want to call it a course, if you want to call it a higher level, okay? My channel is, I consider it beginner. Okay, I consider it a beginner level. For those who are of a higher level of understanding, I don't want to talk over anybody's head, but treat it as a course. Okay, and there'll be longer videos explaining everything in depth. Also, a lot of this material will go into my book, as I already said. Okay, so even though I said, like 10 days ago or whatever it was before New Year's that I'm going to like not post anymore so often, I'm still doing it. So you're still getting the free information. So I don't really see how you feel deprived, for those of you who have expressed that to me. The private club is for those who literally, it's like a course. You listen to the audios that are in depth. And in the case of my website version, you get to spend an hour, maybe an hour and a half, I always go over, on the phone with me asking any questions you might have. Okay, on the YouTube version, you don't get that because unfortunately YouTube didn't let me charge the full fee, which is $750. It only let me charge $500. Nevertheless, you're still getting a lot for your money. Okay, 8 long videos or audios a month. It's like taking a course. And may I say, you're never going to get this information in this way fed to you, like literally explaining to you in practical terms anywhere else. Like literally the other day I was watching some of Bashar and I almost fell asleep. I'm like, this is so the day before yesterday. It's really kind of like, I don't know, juvenile to me by now. Yes, I said it. Okay, I'm not, arrogant or anything. I just feel the way I explain things are way more practical, are way more evolved, are way more advanced. Okay, so this is for somebody who is more advanced. And then if you want to come into my coaching, that's a whole other situation and you can be helped in all other different ways. So if you have any questions about what I just mentioned, comment below or email me directly, or just sign the agreement and let me know what you want to work on in my coaching. It's usually a very good idea to pre-book because I'm booked up every single day. Okay, the subject of today is energetically commanding your SP. Okay, so like for instance, I'm going to give you another piece of information that you need, which is why I do my intros. It's all for you. Okay, it's all for you. I have a topic that I haven't recorded yet. I've been kind of like collecting notes for it. Energetically ruling the universe. So this is like a lecture for the private club. Okay, it's probably going to go over an hour. Okay, and all these things that I'm going to discuss, again, are of an advanced level. And to me, honestly, even $750, including my hour or hour 15 minutes, whatever it's going to be, it's a crazy price, crazy low price for getting this information and for me to kind of like having direct contact with you. Okay, so energetically commanding your SP. So this is kind of like what I discuss. It's a little, I'm going to give you a taste a little bit of what I discuss towards the end of my coaching. And by the way, the energy work is the last topic that I discuss in my coaching program. But it, I can spend 2 hours explaining it, but it goes person to person. It's really kind of like I need to be on the phone with you. But essentially, it obviously has to do with your energy and telepathy. And also, before I forget, the parenthesis here. In the last audio, I said that a couple of people drove me a little bit crazy by asking me to discuss energy work with them before they were ready for it. Understand that I have steps in my coaching. Okay, I'm more than willing to give you everything I have. Okay, and people who are kind of like follow my guidance get the most out of me. This is true story. Okay, you will get even more out of me if I'm relaxed. And remember, I'm channeling. I'm channeling on the phone with you. I'm channeling right now. I do have some notes, but they're like bullet points. The rest is like what comes in that moment. That idea that inspired me to pick up my phone tonight, wasn't going to record this until Tuesday, is the channeled message that is coming through and I'm doing it. Okay. But so for you to come into my coaching and the first question arrives is, can we just hurry up and learn manifestation, is completely inappropriate and backwards. That's what I really meant to say. I can give you a lot of things if you just follow my guidance and if you understand that everything has its time in my coaching. So please don't come into my coaching is what I meant to say. If you want to start with that, that is not where we start. It's unreasonable. It's unrealistic. If I tell you what I will say towards the end of my coaching with you, it will be like, reading Chinese if you're not Chinese, and you will be like, what? This really works? You're full of it. Yeah, but I need a lot of other things to explain to you before you get there. Okay. So again, you really need to be patient in this process, patient with yourself and patient with me. Otherwise, seriously, go watch another video and hope it works out. Like, I don't have the patience for people who don't have any patience for themselves. Okay. And not for nothing, but don't trust the expertise that I have of a coach. And so back to the subject. So energetically commanding your SP is 5 steps. And this is very kind of general, but here it is. The number one thing is you have to know where you are. Okay. So chances are you guys are listening to this because you have some kind of drama. You have some kind of drama. Let's start with that. You've lived some experiences that you still have not let go of till today. All right. And this is how you created this version of this person, of SP, of situation with your money, of your work situation. You name a situation. It could be like energetically commanding your job and energetically commanding your money, energetically commanding whatever. Okay. You have to know where you are, what kind of things you're bringing with you. This is why I cover your history in my coaching. You need to understand what we're dealing with right now. It's like you bringing in a car for a repair. It's not functioning properly, right? So you need to understand what's wrong. You need to check under the hood, this and any other, okay? After you understand the state of the affairs presently in your psyche, okay, you need to start releasing certain things like anger that's been, sitting there for a long time, resentment, in particular towards the situation, whether that's SP or money or whatever, some kind of drama. And again, different people, different stories. So I just want to stress that. Number 3 is creating a new version. So after you have the clean slate, okay, and you're not bogged down by these emotions of the past or beliefs for that matter, because beliefs are literally creating your life. They make everything visible in your universe. And the reason you're not experiencing the universe or the version of events that you would like is because your beliefs literally make those outcomes, those events, those versions of people invisible to you, okay? Because they're parallel realities, and different parallel realities. In different parallel realities, you are a different person with different sets of beliefs, okay? So in order to create something new, you have to change. There's no other way. This is why jumping from one coach to another who promises you overnight fucking success, it's, excuse me, but fraud, okay, at best. You really need to do it right. Okay, you really need to dig in deep and understand nothing's going to change if you don't change. Okay, it really just works that way. If things are not working, if nothing is working in your life, it's because nothing is working within your mind. Your mind, it gets out pictured. Everybody's you pushed out, Neville Goddard and everything like that. It's just you're interacting the entire time with yourself. Okay, it doesn't get any more clear. Okay, so number 3 again is creating a new version, a new story. What do you want to replace it with? In other words, so my SP was this way, but now I want him this way. Okay, so you prepare yourself to welcome this new version that you're going to literally command into your life. This version of SP, this version of your wealth, this version of your job, and etc., etc. Now for this, I cannot stress this enough. Your slate has to be clean. You cannot bring in beautiful, fabulous guests dressed in like diamonds and pearls with Louboutin shoes and Louboutin, And for fur, because I don't wear real fur, I wear for fur. I love it. And invite them into a living room like full of fucking garbage. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, please, you need to clean house. You need to clean house. Okay, only then are you in a position. This is representative of your mind, by the way, for those who are confused by now. This is a metaphor for your mind, your beliefs that don't serve you, the garbage, okay? And by the way, for those who are new, please subscribe. I see you all. I have the analytics. Just subscribe. You might learn something, okay, that you're never going to learn anywhere else. I'm not arrogant. I'm just real. I'm just honest. This is going to be a long audio, but, here you go. You're welcome. A present for I don't know. Yesterday was Russian New Year, so I guess whatever, I don't know. A present for your new 2024. And so once you create this situation in your mind, right, and you're really on board with it, once your mind is clear, it's easier to bring in something else, right? So let's just again use the metaphor of the living room. Like my favorite thing is throwing out old things so that I can replace them with something new, right? So once I get kind of like bored of something, I just give it away or throw it out, and then I'm like, this is how I make room. And then before even having something in mind, and then I'm like, wow, what would be great over there? This would be great. So it needs to be with the clean slate. So now you're creating with your mind something new and you're living it in your mind, right? Before I ever record anything for my channel, I say, okay, what would be like a really nice topic that, would really help people? And I start like thinking about it. I think about it in the shower. I think about it when I'm having my blackcurrant tea. I think about it when I walk my dog, and suddenly it just comes to me. Okay, that's part of the channeling. That's part of ideas. Everybody has access to it, by the way. I'm not really special. I know how to do it. I'm tuning into it. And so you start living it in your mind, and suddenly you are there. I don't know how else to say it. You live it in your mind and you feel like you've jumped realities. Okay. You are there with your new version of SP, no matter what happened before, by the way, no matter what happened before. Okay. So in other words, things could have gone really awry with your SP. Okay, there's no such situation that is not fixable. You can command them into being a certain other way. Now, parenthesis here, I always mention it. If they were abusive to you in any shape or form, it's up to you. Of course, forgiveness is paramount, this and any other. But welcoming them into your life, I would think about it twice. They would really have to deserve it. Okay, and I really mean deserve it on another level, like crawling on their knees, begging you, going to therapy. I don't know what, the whole 9 yards, because you deserve it and you deserve the best. Don't put up with bullshit. Be the queen or the king of your reality and be the golden Buddha. You deserve the best. Okay. But in essence, if they went off with another party, third party, treated you disrespectfully, blah, 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 you can literally attract the person who is diametrically opposed to the version that's diametrically opposed. And it has to do with assuming that their energy changed because of you, right? So this is why the work on you is so important, because if you know your vibration is strong, you're like a Central Park oak tree, okay? It's like unmovable. I'm here forever, till the end of time. This is my signature frequency. This is what I command out into the universe. This is what I command now, the best and nothing else. And so this person too, in order to be in my matrix, in my reality, in my parallel reality, in this, quantum field of mine, they're going to behave this way because now I commanded them energetically. My energy changed. I commanded them energetically. Listen up, motherfucker. If you want to be in my story, this is how you're going to perform. And of course, if you choose them to be in your story, they're going to be in your story, but only in this capacity. Do you understand? Only this way. Changed, no longer a narcissist, no longer a womanizer, loyal and faithful till his fucking dying breath, okay? Like completely like just like flying around you, trying to find a way to help you enjoy their presence around you more, okay? Giving you gifts, writing you handwritten letters, whatever you want. When I'm telling, like, I think some people think I'm full of shit when I'm saying like whatever you want them to do. It's literally whatever you want them to do. I've changed some people in my life that it's like unrecognizable. Like literally, if somebody was like experiencing the same reality with me, if I had like, you know, a person with me next to me, they would be like, what the fuck did you do to this person? I'm like, well, you know, it's mental. It's all mental. What can I say to you? And in fact, you know what? Some people, if it's like, I mean, there's so many examples. I don't want to go over them. But my favorite is when people, especially who are not, you know, I don't know how to say it, spiritually evolved, let's just use this expression, who are not into understanding spirituality or manifestation, this, that, and the other, tell me, this, Anna, get real. This is impossible. And parenthesis here, how I know that I bring gold to my channel and to my clients is that I've met other coaches, okay, other teachers, and in confidence they told me that certain things are taboo and impossible, that I would not consider taboo or impossible. I mean, in the best interest of everybody involved, I'm all for morals and this and that, but literally that something is impossible to manifest and I should just give up on something, this, that, and the other. And it was so disheartening to me, which is like, because like, look, if it exists on that level, I guess it exists everywhere. So be careful who you choose as your coach, because they're just projecting their own bullshit on you. But anything is possible. And so those people in particular, like people who don't believe in manifestation, would tell me, Anna, give up on this. It's impossible. It's going to go this way and the other way. And there's nothing that I get the most pleasure out of these kinds of situations than anything at all. You know, I'll be like, oh yeah, you say it's impossible, right? The time doesn't matter. The time frame in which you need to manifest it doesn't matter. What happened before doesn't matter. What you think you believe about yourself today doesn't matter. Your history doesn't actually matter at all. Now, why is that? Because first of all, again, it's parallel reality world, right? So how on earth something can be impossible or immoral, okay, as long as you know what you're changing, okay? Some people are just like in the dark what they're changing, which is why it's difficult to manifest. How on earth can it be possible to not manifest something if everything already exists? Don't worry, I'll wait. Oh my God. Anyway, no, it's hilarious to me. It's absolutely, and I encounter that every now and again. It's just, it's funny. And so your assumption has to be, it's already there. It's already like this person, just by telepathically me commanding them into being this way, it's inevitable. Their energy changed because mine changed. And now, not only do I know I'm in charge, not only do I know I'm the golden Buddha of my life, I understand on another level profoundly that everybody and everything depends on me. If you take away nothing else from this channel and from this audio in particular, is this, that everything depends on you. Yes, you're that powerful. Newsflash, okay? So wouldn't it then logically be, you know, the conclusion logically then would be that the goal is to become the best version of yourself? Yeah. It's not, you don't need anybody's permission to ask for things. You don't need any permission to step outside what has been for many, many decades, or for whatever that you wish right now. Nothing is off limits as long as, number one, you're being honest about why it is you want it to be. Number two, you're not manipulating anybody in the physical reality. You're just creating it from your mind. Okay. Manipulation is forcing or trying to kind of like overcome certain situations that you don't necessarily need to get involved in. Okay, you can change. It's a lot easier to change it in your mind, jump into the parallel reality, and experience an even bigger success in terms of manifestation than you would have ever like concocted with your manipulation and contortion with your kind of like limited physical mind. The physical mind is so limited; it just knows what's in front of it and what it needs right now to be happy. The rest is up to your higher self, but we can go into this at a later time. And so the energy, your energy that you will cultivate by changing yourself, by accumulating a different understanding of who you are, what you can be, the kind of energy you can transmit into the world. This energy informs the story that now will be playing in your world, on the screen of your space, like Neville Goddard says. Okay, so you've created this version of a spear, this circumstance or whatever, the money version, money story version at some point, and you are now complaining about it. Well, it's up to you to change it. Create a new story. And if you buy into this story sooner than the other one, the old story will completely drop off, like it never was, because it hasn't been real in this parallel reality that you will occupy after changing yourself. You will literally shift worlds in which the other situation never existed. Again, I've given examples, like I've made text disappear. I've met people that I already met that never remembered me, okay? Or people who I've interacted on in some capacity almost like regularly, couldn't remember that they even knew me. These are, this is not a joke. This is quite literal. And if you allow the presence of the fact of parallel realities in your world, there is, no limit what you can experience from 1 minute to the other, from one day to another. But again, I need to stress, provided you did the work. You have to be honest with yourself about what you're doing in your mind, right? So then it all becomes clear as day. Some of you have never taken the time kind of like sitting down and saying to yourself, wow, what am I thinking on a daily basis? And your thoughts, what you say under your breath, or what you're thinking day in and day out, it literally is coming from your energy, the energy that has to do with beliefs, the beliefs that you've inherited from Mama Drama Panorama. Okay, and that you have not worked on, you have not asked yourself. Okay, sometimes it really, all the time actually, you really need to be down and out, so to speak, and really kind of like your world has to fall apart for you to start asking important questions. Why the fuck does this keep going like this? Why am I not able to do this? And the answer is always within you. Don't look for it on the outside. Don't look for it in videos on YouTube. Very flattered you're watching my YouTube video, but I'm here most importantly to coach people. I love that you're listening to my audios, but honestly, my job here is to spread the message, which is why please like, subscribe, and all this stuff, to the people who this message resonates. I would like to help as many people as I possibly can. This is my main motivation behind this. This is why, I'll cut my fee for YouTube people. I'll do this, I'll do that. Any way I can accommodate you so that everybody can be helped, okay? And, it's not entirely unselfish because I do enjoy a really good success story from my clients. And I've gotten a tremendous load of them. And so it's not entirely unselfish. Nevertheless, I love to help people. And so in conclusion, you need to know that once you decide upon a reality and your energy is clean and crystal clear, you're in a position to command. And you can command anything. You can command anything. You can command your way into the reality where everything is the way you want it to be. And that SP in that reality has always been that way. Has always been that way, which is why it doesn't make any sense. A lot of people in my coaching come to me and ask me about tarot readings and this and that, fortune tellers. And I always say the same thing. I already discussed this on my channel. They are projecting back to you what you're thinking inside. So today you can wake up in a good mood and say my SP misses me and is rushing towards me to propose to me, and the fortune teller or the tarot reader will tell you that wherever you watch it, on Instagram or YouTube. If the next day you wake up and you hate his guts or her guts, the fortune teller or the tarot reader or the universe at large will show you signs that are commensurate with that kind of reality. It's up to you. The entire story choice is up to you. All versions exist. Just understand that. And lastly, I want to say that what you say under your breath is a command to your universe also. Sometimes we don't take these things seriously. Like I said in the last audio, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you say under your breath. And this is because you have enormous power. And universe sometimes wants to prove it to you so that if you manifest something unwanted, you can reverse engineer it into something that you actually want. Okay, it says, oh, really? You want this? Oh, look, I'll show you. I have stories from clients that it's like, they just said something once and it came true. It wasn't what they wanted, or it was like kind of what they wanted, but not entirely. And so the universe shows you, hey, you're that powerful. Why don't you why don't you ask for something that you actually want? But it's all within your power. You're always commanding. That's the truth. You're always commanding energetically with your energy, with your thoughts. The energy goes out and it's coupled with the same energy that exists already out there. Everything exists. Just choose your commands wisely and understand that even though up until now, maybe you have thought that you're so powerless and this, that, any other, you're a victim of circumstances. You're the most powerful human being in your reality, in your universe. That has always been so, and it will always be so. Thank you very much for listening. All the information from me is below. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.